Hello guys, welcome to Tech Cruise. This is Paxi, and before we get into any of the weekly tech news, let me just tell you about the uploading schedule that we will be following from now on. So what happened is that we're all very busy, and with the schedule that we actually take on day-to-day basis, it is downright impossible to upload one video every freaking day. So what we have decided is that we're gonna upload one video every 2 days. So in 1 week you guys would get a solid 4 videos, and because I can probably stretch out one more video on the weekends. So there's that, guys, and let's get on with our weekly tech news. So the first article from First Bytes is that Nokia just launched its own voice assistant Mica for some special purposes. And when I say some special purposes, I have no idea why they launched it. I have no idea what it's gonna do. You know what, you guys have Android, why didn't you guys just ask for Google Assistant to be in there? So there's that. And Mica, by the way, is multi-purpose intuitive knowledge assistant, and this is not going to be used by day-to-day people like I'm not going to say you and me, I'm not a day-to-day people. But this is not going to be used by everyday Joe. This is for more like engineers and stuff, because you guys can okay, this is all according to Nokia, right, not me. So what we can do, what engineers can do, is that they can access information through voice commands and focus on the more important stuff. So I have no idea what Siri and Google Assistant has been doing for the last, for since wherever have they been born or they have been created. I mean, they do the exact same thing, and why the hell do these guys felt the need to launch Mica? You know what, I'm not very excited about this. I'm probably not gonna buy a Nokia for just for Mica. I would probably buy a Pixel for Google Assistant. So there's that. And see, there's this thing about, I would say, sex appeal, because god, these both of these phones look very good. So what Nokia has said is that by the way, Mica is available on web and mobile, and this can also suggest the network problem solutions and solution to your network problem based on what is observed on the other networks. So according to Nokia, apparently Mica is more than an assistant and kind of an AI, which I do not believe, because for me, Mica is just a friggin' software that is, for me, it is just a text-to-speech software and nothing more. This has speech recognition and text-to-speech software. I can probably make this kind of software in 30 minutes. I swear to God, not for Android, but for PC. Python. Yeah, got all the Python. So with that said, guys, let me scroll my notes to the next article that I'm gonna go to, and let's close this tab over here. And we've got Microsoft developing Cloud Shell, a lightweight Windows for modern computing. So according to the media reports, Microsoft is developing a lightweight Windows version for modern computing world. It might be a Windows 10 version for cloud that one could stream on any internet connected device. Other speculation suggests that it might be Microsoft ways to fulfill its Windows RT dreams. Good luck at that, Microsoft. It should be noted at that moment that nothing is confirmed. Obviously nothing is confirmed, but I am pretty sure that they're gonna come out with a Windows Cloud Shell, or a shell based operating system, because why not? I mean, many other have that. You know what, let me show you something, guys. Parrotsec.org. So if you guys don't know, Parrotsec is also what do you say, I would say, company that makes operating systems for hackers, penetration testing boxes. So if we go right over here, so it is kind of like Kali Linux, and I have used it in the past, but for me, I didn't like it, and it was kind of unstable. But if you guys like it, do download it, and I would appreciate if you guys download it and check this out, because it's actually pretty cool, but it was too unstable for me. So this is the Parrot edition, this is the light edition, that's the full edition that has all the tools such as like Kali Linux. This is the light edition, Kali Linux has the light edition, and this is the cloud edition that we're talking about over here. So you guys just can stream it, and this is for Raspberry Pi and generic root off. So let's just close this one and get right over here. So the speculations are also being made that the Cloud Shell might be Microsoft exploring the possibilities to rejuvenate Windows RT, which flopped back because it didn't have a lot of app support for ARM devices or mobility devices. So this is kind of a speculation, and I wouldn't go into too much detail because it is just a rumor, but I am pretty sure that they're gonna come out with Windows, light version, because okay, let me ask you guys something, right? Do you guys think as well that Windows 10 is they're just milking Windows 10? Because for me it is, because everywhere I see it is Windows 10, Windows 10, Windows 10. The new server edition that Microsoft launched is Microsoft 2000 Server 16, and I am getting a text. I am just gonna ignore it. Okay, so Microsoft 2016, it is totally based on this design, Windows 10 design, which 2000, I would say 12 is also based on Windows 8. But seriously, I'm getting kind of sick of this. What do you say? Windows 10. So let me just close that, and I really hope that they come out with a cloud shell. So good luck at that, Microsoft, and let's close this. Okay, so if you guys haven't heard this news, let me tell you and let me shed some light on this. So Donald Trump, if you guys didn't know, his real name, his real heritage is Donald Trump, not Trump. So new orders to take away data privacy rights from non-Americans. This is such a fucking clickbait. This makes me so fucking angry, because these Frostbite sites, I mean, I like Frostbite, man. This is kind of cool site, but I don't like all this clickbaity titles. So the thing is that the US EU Privacy Shield is an authorization framework allowing US based companies to import and process the data of European citizens, but it is done in the compliance of privacy norms set by the European Union. Currently, there are more than 1,500 such companies, including Google, Apple, Facebook, Microsoft, taking advantage of the Privacy Shield. The executive order, which focuses on enhancing U.S. domestic immigration laws, set aside the privacy rights of the people who are not United States citizens or lawful permanent residents. It may introduce cracks, but and also puts in questions of America's role in the authorization framework, and it also involves the transfer of data belonging to the EU citizens. The order may also make it harder to operate for companies leveraging the privacy shields. So what this says is that maybe, okay, that's a huge maybe, that Donald Trump might pass this law, and I am pretty sure this is not going to get passed. And this is all about that. Okay, to put in layman's terms, Donald Trump is putting the privacy, and when I say privacy, it's in sarcastic quotes, of American citizens over other country citizens. So I'm not very sure about this. Okay, this is just a freaking clickbait. Do not fall for this. Alright, do not go and fucking spam Trump, or you guys should go spam Trump. I don't like him anyways. But just don't do that. Alright, this is just a speculation. Don't believe in this. And with that said, let me scroll my notes again, because they are such a clusterfuck. So okay. Where is it? Okay. Fine. Anyways, so Google is bringing artificial intelligence to Raspberry Pi computers. So if you guys haven't had experimented with Raspberry Pi, I really would appreciate if you guys do that, because Raspberry Pi is pretty freaking awesome thing. And this okay, I'm pretty sure you guys already know what Raspberry Pi is, so I'm not gonna explain it to you. So Raspberry Pi boards. Okay, let me just read this right off the blog, because I don't have my notes over here, or do I? Let me do a little search over again. Okay, oh my god, I really don't have notes for this. Okay, so in recent blog posts, Raspberry Pi has announced that Google is planning to create machine learning and artificial intelligence tool for popular single board computers. Google has invited the makers to take part in a survey that will help them build an AI tools. Alright, okay, I read about this a couple of days earlier, and I quite frankly don't remember the whole of it. But basically, Google is just bringing some couple of tools that would probably harness the power of Go, that is their programming language, and probably help inventors or developers. Okay, what do these people called who are experimenting with Raspberry Pi? Makers, right? Makers. So that it will help makers to sort of enhance their Raspberry Pi capability. So I think we've got a code going on over here. So Google is going to arrive in style in 2017. The tech titan has exciting plans for the maker community. The website says the company intends to make the start by releasing the first set of tools this year. With these tools, the user will be able to create more powerful projects. So that's basically it, and you guys can probably bind it with Amazon Basics, so Amazon Web Services. So that's pretty cool, and I would really get a Raspberry Pi as soon as Google launches an AI artificial intelligence system for Raspberry Pi. And with that said, let me scroll my notes again, and I swear to God, I'm gonna have them in place from now on. And there you go. So, Chan Zuckerberg initiative buying AI powered search engine Meta and making it free. So, if you guys didn't know about Meta, it is basically a AI search engine that scrolls the web like any other search engine, but it doesn't use search relative terms. Alright, it uses your search preferences to highlight all the what do you say, research material or research articles. So Mark Zuckerberg's pet philanthropy LLC, dubbed as the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative, also known as CZI, is in the process of acquiring a Canada-based startup foundation in which was founded in 2010, specializing in search engine known as Meta. Its AI crawls the web collecting data to harvest research papers. There are currently no words of acquisition, which I did know, and right now, but they have said that they're gonna be releasing it for free though, and it is currently used by 1,200 different institutes. So what this means for us, that we're gonna get a better search engine, better than Google, probably not, because Google has spent decades of collecting data for, not decades, I don't know how for how much time Google has been up and running for, probably a decade, more than a decade. So you're not gonna be able to beat Google with it, but the thing is that it is an AI, all right. So what this will do is it will help. Okay, to put in from my perspective, from my point of view, it will help Facebook to acquire more knowledge about people who are using it around the globe. So it is kind of creepy because, again, guys, I am very paranoid about my privacy. So the thing is that anything related with AI and data search terms, it just creeps me out, because I really don't like it, because I am pretty sure that I am being logged right now. All of these reports are being logged right now, and you can call me a hypocrite for being on YouTube, which is owned by Google, and complaining about this, but you gotta say something. So this that, and I really don't like this Meta. Though I have read some reports, and I have read some people talking about Meta, and in my forum they actually talk a lot about it, because some of these 1,200 universities, I'm not gonna name any, one of my friends work in them, and I wouldn't say friends exactly, but some of my known work in them, and they actually talk about it, and Meta is kind of great according to them. So I'm just gonna close it, and I really hope. Actually, I do want to try it a little bit, but I'm just gonna go with stupid terms. So let's just close it and wait for Meta. Alright, so Asus, this is the favorite thing that happened in the past week. So Asus launched a Tinker board, a mini PC, and a Raspberry Pi killer. Let me scroll my notes again. So where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, come on, I had the note for it. Alright, so Asus has released its own Raspberry Pi competitor called Tinkerboard. This board is powered by quad-core 1.8 GHz ARM Cortex A17 CPU, which is quad-core, a 2 GB dual-channel LPDDR3 RAM. If you guys don't know about LPDDR3 and DDR3, you guys should probably Google that, because it's kind of a difference. And for connectivity, you get a Bluetooth 4.0 via Wi-Fi 802.11 NG. 4 USB ports, and currently it costs about 46, what the hell, 46 euros, and those are without taxes, by the way. So if we take a deeper look into it, you get what do you say, it houses a faster CPU, alright, than the current Raspberry Pi 3, which is the flagship of Tinker boards or single chip boards. It also has a graphic card which is better. So it has a Mali T764 graphic card, 2 GB RAM, and the measurement of this board is 3.4 inches by 2.1 inches. So I really this really says that size doesn't matter. And if anybody wants to prove me wrong on that, get down in the comments down below. You also get a HDMI output with 4K support, which is very weird because my current laptop doesn't even have 4K support, and it makes me jealous. Also it has 40-pin header, so you guys can do anything with this Tinker board. You guys can do almost everything that a Raspberry Pi can do with this Tinker board, probably faster than this. And I really hope that software manufacturers get graphic supports for out for all this hardware that it's packing. And one of the last news that I would like to tell you guys, which I don't have a tab open for, is that Lineage OS is now available for download. So let me see if I can go to this site. Lineage OS downloads, such a rookie term. Alright, so if you guys didn't know, Cyanogen mod, which was basically a third party, what do you say, operating system for Android, it actually died back 2 months ago. All right, and it was actually pretty weird because in 2015, I am pretty sure I read about this, that the CEO, the main founder, or whoever was saying that we are going to put a bullet in Android's head, which is actually kind of a big talk in front of Google, and then your company just shuts down because the company just imploded. And if you guys didn't know about it, that's kind of lame, because what the hell have you guys been doing? And so what happened was, some of the developers actually got together and made Lineage OS, and now it's actually available for download. So if you guys own any of these devices, what the hell is a BQ? All right, BQ, Aquarius, Piccolo. Wow. So if you guys own any of these devices which are on the list down here, you guys can get a Cyanogen mod. And I already checked, and my device is not over here. Why not? So I know I don't have a stupid ancient phone. It is actually Li TV Li 2. It actually serves me very nice, and I have broken it as well. So if you guys have any of the phone that's in the list, or any of the company's phone that's in the list, go ahead and download Lineage OS. Actually, don't download Lineage OS, because what I've heard from the news is that once you have to download an operating system, a ROM, and then you have to download Lineage OS. So it's a two-way process, and it's kind of irritating, because it shouldn't be a two-way process. And there's that. So I really don't like it, because in the past, when I have been flashing ROMs into my Android, when I was super into it, what I used to do was I just flashed a friggin' ROM, and it worked right off the bat. I didn't have to flash one ROM and then flash another one. So if you guys are interested into customizing your phones beyond the point, so this is it for you guys, Lineage OS. And somebody is even calling me. Why is that? Wow. Okay guys, so that's that for today's video. I should really take this call. I'll see you guys later, and if you like this video, hit that like button and all that good stuff you all already know, and subscribe if you want to see more of us. And I'll be signing out right now, and see ya.